What is one of the most influential modern approaches in psychology? Cognitive perspective. What does cognitive perspective focus on? It focuses on thinking, perceiving information, processing. What do modern-day cognitive psychologists study? Study how we gather, encode, and store information from our environment using a vast array of mental processes. What do the vast array of processes include? Thinking, perception, memory, language, and problem solving. What does the biological perspective emphasize? It emphasizes genetics and biological processes in the brain and other parts of the nervous system. Give 2 examples of positive institutions that help promote better lives. Improve schools and healthier families. What is one of the most influential modern approaches in psychology? The cognitive perspective. I just did this page. Oh God. What does the evolutionary perspective focus on? Natural selection, adaptation, and evolution of behavior and mental processes. What does sociocultural perspective emphasize? In social interaction and cultural determinants of behavior and mental processes. During the 1800s and 1900s, most colleges and universities provided little opportunity for who? Women and minorities. Who was the first female president of the American Psychological Association, or APA? Mary Calkins. Who was the first woman to receive a PhD in psychology? Margaret Floyd Washburn. What year did Margaret Floyd Washburn receive a PhD in psychology? 1894. Who was the second female president of APA? Margaret Floyd Washburn. Who became the first African American to earn a PhD in psychology from Clark University in the 1920s? Frances Cecile Sumner. Did Frances Cecile Sumner have benefit of a formal high school education? No. What university did Frances Cecile Sumner earn her PhD in psychology? In Clark University. What year did Frances Cecile Sumner earn her PhD in psychology from Clark University? Year 1920. Who became the first African American to be elected the American Psychological Association president? Kenneth B. Clark. What did Kenneth B. Clark and his wife, Mamie Clark, document? They documented the harmful effects of prejudice. What did Kenneth B. Clark and his wife, Mamie Clark, accomplish with their document? It directly influenced the Supreme Court ultimate ruling against racial segregation in schools. What is biopsychological model? It is a unifying theme of modern psychology that incorporates biological, social, and social processes. And psychological and social processes. Name some biological processes. Genetics, brain functions, neurotransmitters, evolution. Name some psychological factors. Learning, thinking, emotion, personality, motivation. Name some social forces. Family, culture, ethnicity, social class, politics. What are some research strategies generally categorized as basic or applied? What is basic research? It is research conducted to advance scientific knowledge. Where is basic research typically conducted? In universities or research laboratories. What is applied research? Research designed to solve practical problems. What is replication? It is repeating a research study using different procedures or participants in varied settings to check the confidence in prior findings. What is meta-analysis? Statistical procedures for combining and analyzing data for many studies. What is theory? Systematic, interrelated set of concepts that explain a body of data. What are 3 keys of ethical concern in psychological research and therapy? 1 is importance of maintaining a high ethical standards in research and all other areas of professional psychology. 2, respecting the rights of human participants. 3, respecting the rights of non-human animal participants. What is informed consent? Participants' agreement to take part in study after being told what to expect. What is voluntary participation? When participants are told they are free to decline or to participate or to withdraw from the research at any time. What is debriefing? Upon completion of the research, participants are informed of the study design and purpose, and explanations are provided for any possible deception. What has psychological research with non-human animals led to? Led to advances in areas such including the brain and the nervous system, health and stress, sensation and perception, sleep, learning, memory, stress, emotion. Does the public's right to safety ethically outweigh the client's right to privacy? Yes! What are the 4 major types of psychological research? 1 is experimental, 2 is descriptive, 3 is correlational, and 4 is biological. Now, what is experimental research? It's carefully controlled scientific procedure that involves manipulation of variables to determine the cause and effect. What do IV and DV stand for? IV stands for independent variable and DV is dependent variable. What is descriptive research purpose? It is to observe, collect and record data. What is correlational research's purpose? To identify the relationships and assess how well one variable predicts another. What is the purpose of biological research? It is to identify contributing biological factors. What is an experimental group? It is a group that receives a treatment in an experiment. What is a control group? It is a group that receives no treatment in an experiment. What is an independent variable?